Yo, what's good, Knicks Nation? We got Knicks preseason basketball, so let's get it going. The New York Knicks faced the Boston Celtics B squad at Madison Square Garden tonight, so you know what that means. There was no Jason Tatum, no Jalen Brown, no Drew Holiday, no Kristaps Porzingis, no Derek White, and no Al Horford. But that doesn't mean this game wasn't interesting. Sure, we got moments from Jalen Brunson, RJ Barrett, and Julius Randle in their limited minutes, but tonight it was the Emmanuel Quickley show because he dropped 21 points. Tonight, Emmanuel Quickley displayed his improved scoring ability, whether it was shooting from three, driving the lane, and finishing through contact, or using his floater that we're so used to seeing. He really showed that he put in that work this offseason. And let's keep it a buck. We needed IQ scoring to keep up with Peyton Pritchard's hot hand because he dropped 21 points as well and kept the Celtics in the game. But regardless, at the end of the day, the Knicks were victorious as they won 114-107. So don't worry, we're going to talk about all that here right now. Welcome to KFTV Post Game Live. I'm your host, Alex Chateris, aka the Stratocaster, and with me on the other side is Mr. CK2K, aka Mr. Run the Intro. Tonight we're only taking calls by the Discord, and we're sponsored by Manscaped and BetUS, the official sportsbook for KFTV for the 23 season. All right. Sorry, everybody, for a little delay. We had a little technical difficulties. It's all good. We're here now. CP didn't give me the keys to the studio, but we're all here, man. We're all good. We're all happy right now, right? CK, how you feeling tonight, man?
I'm good. We survived. We won. Keys were found. We're in the studio. We're good. Everything is fine, man. I like going 1-0. I don't care if it's preseason, summer league, or regular season. I'm cool with 1-0.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
Look, man, people are asking me in the chat why I'm aggressive. Look, let me tell you why I'm aggressive right now. It's basketball. It's basketball. Yeah. Nick, come on, man. We got Knicks basketball. We had a long offseason. It was slow. We're not, we didn't have a draft pick this year that we could like really just be like, oh, what do we got coming in the season? It's basketball, baby. It's right around the corner to the regular season. I don't care. I got to watch the Knicks play today. I'm hyped. I'm excited. So let's break this game down, CK, because look, even though we didn't get much out of Jalen Brunson for the 6 minutes they played tonight, I feel like there were still a little bit of takeaways that we could see from this game, man. I mean, we could start off with Jalen Brunson for the 6 minutes that he had and just get it out of the way. It looked like nothing changed for Jalen Brunson, except for the fact that he found Mitchell Robinson for a lob. And I'm not gonna lie, CK, I saw that and I was like, what? I'm like, I felt like I'd never seen this before in my life through last season. And I'm like, what's going on here? I was like, why does this feel so new? So I had to do some research before getting on the show, man. How many times, bro, did you think Jalen Brunson assisted Mitchell Robinson last year on field goals?
As our point guard, and with Mitchell Robinson, I feel like towards the end of the season, they started to go to him a little bit more frequently. So I would say it has to be somewhere in like the 50, 60, somewhere in that area.
Not even close. It's not even close. It's less than that.
Less than that? For the whole season?
We can cut that in half for the entire season. It's only 24 assists, bro. 24 assists. Jalen Brunson gave to Mitchell Robinson. So when I saw that lob, I was like, wait a minute. That's new. That's new to me. What do you think of that? 24 assists, all from Jalen Brunson and Mitchell Robinson.
What I think about that, I think that needs to change this year. 24 for the entire season. Mitch wasn't. I mean, yeah, he missed some games last year, but he was pretty active for the majority of last season. So that's pretty telling. But hey, it's a good start because Brunson had 1 assist tonight, and it was that assist you're talking about. So we're on a good track. We're on a good start. New season. It was a chemistry thing. Jalen Brunson's first year. We're gonna give it a pass.
No doubt. And the one thing I will say, and we can now move off of like Jalen Brunson because he's still playing like Jalen Brunson like last.
He was Jalen Brunson for 6
minutes, man. There's not even much to take away for the 6 minutes. I get it. You're trying to protect him. We don't want him to get injured during preseason. I totally get that. I think the one thing I could take away from this team, from the starting unit, is that there was a little bit more ball movement. And I think there's an emphasis on that for this upcoming season with the starting unit, because it looked like they were trying to swing that ball around looking for the open man. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I felt like I saw it a little bit, but then it kind of felt like they went into a little bit of a panic mode. I was hoping to see a little bit more Grimes with that starting unit. It kind of felt like he was the odd man out again. Still, beginning of the season, preseason, but that's something I'm looking at. I've said it in my video today, and I've said it several times here that I think Grimes is the guy that we got to get activated a little bit sooner. And I feel like that was the one thing missing at the beginning of this game. But other than that, like, it was nice to see Julius Randle give up the ball as soon as he got it, to let it was Brunson in that one instance, and the other time he gave it to RJ Barrett to let him figure it out. So that was nice. But again, very small sample size from the entirety of the starting five, because they mixed it up. Brunson only played for 6 minutes. So but yeah, I mean, it's a good start.
Absolutely a good start. Yeah, Quentin Grimes, I mean, I think he has the most to like take it up another notch, right? Because of just think about like when he was drafted, the ceiling for or like the floor for him was 3-and-D player. He already achieved that in year 2.
Yeah.
You see him working with JJ Redick this offseason and all those other stuff. And it's like, okay, there could definitely be more to his game just because of how young he is. But obviously not enough tonight. Only got 6 attempts from the field. He knocked 2 of his 5 threes down. Still got you 4 assists though. Like he was moving the ball around, solid rebounds, got 3, 1 steal. Like he was active on defense. Typical game for Grimes as well. But you did mention Julius Randle. I want to go into that a little bit. I think Julius, just from like the limited play, like once again, it's like you can't make much out of just preseason just because look, all of our starters between Brunson getting 6 minutes, Randle getting 13 minutes, Barrett getting 16 minutes. You can't make a whole hell of a lot of what you think is going to happen this season. But looking at Julius Randle coming into this game, I feel like there was more. He had a little bit more pep in his step. It looks like that ankle is looking good. And I feel like with him, the big thing for him was talking about being efficient this offseason, right? He went on Paul George's podcast. It says he just wants to be efficient. He talked about it during was a training camp when they're down in South was it in Charleston. So so like he's trying to be a better player, man. You see that he's trying to put that work in. You see he's trying to put the effort in. There's no question about the shape that he comes in every single season. But I thought tonight, just even for the limited minutes, he looked like he was trying to hold true to that. Just like when he got the ball and he made that isolation post move, spin move against the 2 defenders. I was like, that was pretty efficient. It was like a quick decision making. He didn't take too long to see like what the defense was going to do. He was like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get to my spot and let's see what happens. He's trying to pass out to the corner, to the weak side corner that we saw all last season. He's trying to move the ball around. As you pointed out, he passed to Brunson and I think RJ at one point. Like I think he's trying to make that concerted effort. So let's see if that plays out into the season, because if he can do that, and especially for me, man, like I want to see him play off ball, then I think we get a seriously different Julius Randle, man. I would be really impressed. What would you make of Julius Randle tonight, though?
Yeah, that's my big want for Julius. I feel like he can thrive playing off ball. And tonight, to your point exactly, my favorite thing about Julius Randle was the way that he let the game come to him. I mean, the dude was 3 for 4. I understand it was a 13-minute sample size, but Julius Randle, as we know, especially in the beginning of games, he loves to let that thing fly. The minute he has an opportunity to shoot the ball, he's going to shoot the ball. But tonight, to your point, you could see that he was putting the ball in the hands of the guards and letting the ball and let the game and let his shot come to him. And that spin move on the baseline, it looked under control. We love Julius Randle to death, but that was, one of the jokes we always have with him is, sometimes turn to the Tasmanian devil with those spin moves and then they get out of control. That one looked under control. It definitely looked like something that he's been working on. Looks like, the ankle that was an issue for him last year. It seems like a thing of the past. Didn't look like he was rusty tonight. Yeah, I'm right there with you. One of my biggest things for Julius Randle, yes, you want to see him control his temper and all that fun stuff. But to me, the biggest thing is if he can play off the ball and let the game come to him. I think Julius Randle is going to make another step, man. And I think that's a product that a lot of Knicks fans would love to see more than some of the things that he was forcing in other games.
Absolutely. And you talk about taking another step. How about RJ Barrett, man, in his 16 minutes? I mean, he didn't shoot efficiently. He did get to the line, though. He got 9 free throw attempts and knocked down all 9. Going 100%, 9 for 9 from the free throw line. Talk about embracing the contact. That is one thing that you love to see about RJ on a nightly basis, knock down the free throws. But I thought one thing that we saw from RJ tonight was that decision making, man, because in the past we were so accustomed to him having the blinders on as he's driving the lane and just trying to finish through the trees, man, whether it's 2, 3 defenders, whoever, and then it's typically a missed shot, turnover, whatever it may be. But tonight I felt like he was very like he was in the mindset like, look, I'm going to drive, I'm going to look for my teammates. And the one that stood out to me is when he drove early in the first quarter. He drove the left side down the lane, then finds Brunson on the right-hand side, opposite side, and Brunson knocks down to 3. And I'm like, if we get that from RJ, which we saw throughout the postseason, like if he can do that during the regular season, and look, he didn't shoot it well tonight. He needs to shoot better from the field. There's no question about it. But the fact that you get that type of passing, the free throws, that's positive. But the efficiency, man, from the field has to be better. Can't go 1 through 6 for tonight, or I should say, can't go 1 for 6 throughout the regular season, man. It's got to be better than that. Funny enough, the only shot that he nailed was his 3-pointer, but that's another story.
In the quarter, moving too, by the way,
right,
difficult one,
right. But what were your thoughts about RJ tonight?
He just looked like he played his first preseason game. But what I did like is it seemed like he was trying to continue what he did well with Team Canada. What one of the strengths that he had, I mean, I know a lot of people are hoping to see the same shooting that he had with Canada, but the other thing I think people weren't really paying attention to as much because we just focused so much on him being a more efficient shooter, is like you were mentioning, is his muscle and his ability to finish around the rim. And I felt like tonight it was like he was trying to incorporate that with the game. And the one thing that we want to see him add to that, instead of forcing those shots every time you get to the rim, is, like you said, make that extra pass. Because with RJ, we know that when you drive to the rim, more times than not, you're trying to go up, and the defenses are going to read that. That can only now be used as a weapon against them once he learns to pass that ball out to an open Grimes, to an open Randle, to an open Brunson. So to the fact that you could see he was trying to incorporate that today, I loved it. And also too, when he did decide to go up, they weren't senseless. They all outside of the ones that he missed, they turned into fouls, and they turned into free throws that he turned into 2 points. So, you know, I'm not really entirely upset about the missed threes because every 3 shot was an open 3 outside of one of them on the right corner. So I'm not really too upset that he missed shots. The entire team shot pretty bad tonight until the second half, except for Emmanuel Quickley and Jalen Brunson. So missed shots don't mean nothing to me. It's about the quality of the shot. I think RJ did a good job getting quality shots and making his damn free throws. I don't know what he was talking to Shea with, but Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, I know that's your thing. We appreciate you, brother. 1 month with RJ, and now he's going 9 for 9 from the free throw line. Yeah, appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you.
This is why it's kind of important, and I'm just this is obviously just making bigger than what it is, but sometimes it's why you want some of your players playing in the World Cup and stuff and playing with other top players from the NBA, right? Because you learn, you talk, you get to get some of the tips that they use or just some of the experiences that they've used or gained while playing in the NBA, right? And who knows, maybe knocking down all these free throws is from RJ playing in FIBA, but hey, man, keep doing that because 9 for 9, I'll gladly take that on a nightly basis. But let's talk about the guy who stole the show tonight because he got, I think he led in, no, Jericho Sims led in minutes because he was playing the 4, which I guess we'll have a conversation about that. But Emmanuel Quickley playing 23 minutes, went 8 for 14. 2 for 5 from downtown, 3 for 5 from the free throw line. Got to be better there. But he got us 21 points, like I said, to match Peyton Pritchard's 21 points. Dude was money tonight. The one thing that really impressed me by Emmanuel Quickley tonight, CK, was the strength that he put on from this offseason because his ability to just attack the lane. Think about it. He took 5 shots from 3. That means the other 9 were in the paint. They were in the arc, whether it was floater, finishing through contact, and using the backboard for layups, man. You just see the work they've been putting in this offseason. And if you're going to get a Quickley like that, so like if Emmanuel Quickley is going to be playing at that level, at that efficiency, that is another level for a guy who was second last year in NBA voting for Sixth Man of the Year. Yeah. For him to take another step to be that first guard off the bench. And it seems like Tom Thibodeau was in mid-season form because Quickley came right in at that 5 to 6 minute mark in the first quarter, as he typically does. To get Quickley playing at that high efficient level, that's going to be a game changer for off the bench, man. And I think his playmaking was a little bit better. He still has to be better about it was better, but he still got to be better because there are times where he's just chucking and stuff like that. But that's what Quickley does, man. And I think he just he's got the ultimate green light from Tom Thibodeau. It's like, yo, he's our scorer. You'd see how Tom Thibodeau talks about him being about a scoring guard.
Yeah.
It's just the green light that he's got. But for Quickley, man, it was just nice to see him like preseason wasn't messing around, going in there showing, hey, because this is him saying, I want my contract. Look at the work I put in this offseason. Obviously, the regular season is more important. Him showing up in the playoffs is also more important. But Quickley playing this efficient, which we haven't really seen much of at this high level, that's going to be a big game changer for the New York Knicks this season.
Yeah. One of my favorite basketball phrases is, if the shot doesn't go in, you have to affect the game somewhere else. And Quickley is one of those guys where it always felt like if the three ball wasn't going in, you didn't really see much else offensively from him consistently. And tonight was one of those nights where he was, 2 for 5, but he was doing everything else. And one of the big keys to the added the added muscle. I was gonna use a different word. We're gonna go with muscle. The added muscle to
watch it on this show.
Yeah, family show. My fault. Yeah, I ain't trying to get a fine night one by CP. With the added muscle. I feel like one thing that we saw improve last year was him on the defensive end. And now with the added muscle, I feel like that's only going to add to that improvement this year, because now you're going to see you're not going to be so worried to have him guarded up against bigger guards, especially now that we have to figure out a way to use all these guards that we have against some bigger lineups. Now you don't have to worry so much if an IQ is, I don't know, faced up against a Jalen Brown in some situations or other names across the board. So those are the kind of things I'm looking at. Defensively, I love the progression of him. Yes, 21 points, great. The way he scored, great. But like I said, with this team, we gotta be able to do a lot of other things when the shot's not falling. Because there was a period in this game where nobody was making shots, but we were luckily still in this game because of defense, and a lot of because the talent on the team wasn't there. But still, we made do with what we had. So IQ, I'm looking at him defensively, and I think that he looked really polished tonight, on top of him being able to score other ways.
Salute to Knicks Nation. Welcome to KFTV Postgame Live. You're with me, Alex Gutierrez, a.k.a. the Stratocaster, and my guy CK2K on the other side. Remember, tonight we're taking calls by the Discord only, so make sure to download the app. Make sure to download the app. TM has dropped the link in the chat. If you can't find it there, it's also in the video description, so make sure to download, and you can call us through there. We also got some Super Chats, CK, so we got to shout out some of the Super Chats that we got. We got a $20 Super Chat. Yes, sir. We got a $20 Super Chat from our one and only Gamba the Bard. $20 said, Randle about to make all NBA again. It's got to be the shoes. He's talking about them sketches, baby. Talking about them sketches.
Yes, sir. The people don't like them, man. Damn, let Julius be comfortable, bro.
I have nothing against Skechers. The colorway on the first one in the image, I was like,
tragic.
I was like, yo, what are we doing? It's got to be better colorway, man. Like the stuff they posted, like, even though it was a heat color, I was like, that's better. The yellow and the black one, I was like, that's fire. I was like, I could rock the yellow and the black one. That first one, though,
tragic.
Wasn't really feeling that. All right. Now we also got a $20 super chat from the one and only Chuck D, the rhyme animal himself. Make sure to throw a hashtag PE into the chat. He said, fam for familitary. Salutes to the Evan Fournier Trey sighting. Tibbs' message is nothing personal, but if you don't play hard on defense, there will only be garbage time available. That memo is sent to everyone. Work hard equals play. That's a fact. I mean, the fact that we even got an Evan Fournier sign today, I was like, yo, what?
Yeah. You didn't think you would see Evan Fournier today?
Like, yes and no. Like, part of me was like, I could see him utilizing the entire bench just because it's the preseason.
Right.
But at the same time, Tibbs just wants to be mid-season form, man. Remember, it's like he wants to make sure that this team is ready to go game one, regular season. He treats every game like there's no tomorrow. So I was also kind of shocked by that. Shout out to King Matthews for being part of the franchise channel membership.
Matthews.
He's been a member for 8 months. Salute to you, King Matthews. He said, salute Alex, CK, and the rest of New York Knicks Nation. This might be a preseason game, but still a W. Sims was good, but meh. Finally, Evan Fournier. Don't know. I guess the arrows. I don't know what the arrows point towards, but Obi all day. You wanted Obi over Evan Fournier. Obi over Evan Fournier all day. There we go. That's what he's trying to say. I got you. It took me a minute, but I got it. Appreciate you, King Matthews. That's funny, man. That's funny. Well, don't worry. We got another topping in the building. We got that lob from Deuce McBride to another topping. It's all good. That was still a fire. Hey, you're smiling over there, man.
Don't worry,
we got your guy Daquan Jeffries out there.
Daquan's my boy. You saw Daquan? Daquan was instant effectiveness. You know what I mean? I saw him go out there. I was like, there he goes. Get him on the main roster. Daquan all day. But nah, it's just funny because everybody is all excited about Jacob Toppin. I like the kid. But come on, man, this poor kid, like, that's too much pressure. You know it's going to be tough for him to get on the main roster. And I think people are going to be upset about that. Setting expectations a little too high for the kid.
We just lose the top and we gain the top. And it's an interesting world being a Knicks fan where you lose the top and gain the top. That's another story for another day. Let's keep this train moving.
Yeah, they trying to what is going on with this picture?
I like that. Oh, man. Me is Obi Toppin. Yeah, there we go, man. Part of the Toppin Hive. Shout out to the Toppin Hive. Long living forever, Obi Toppin Hive for the Knicks Nation.
Okay. Yeah, hey, respect, man. You know, keep the Toppin Hive alive, I guess, man.
Absolutely. But you know what, man? We're gonna go to the Discord for a minute. We got a caller on the line. We got AK on the show with us. AK, if you're here, unmute your mic. What's going on, AK?
Yes, sir. How are we, boys?